Your guardian angels have an important and heartfelt message for you. After a period of reflection, they have come to a startling realization, one that both humbles them and fills them with deep regret. They now recognize who you truly are, and with that understanding comes a painful awareness of how wrong they were about you in the past. They can't even trace back to how they developed this mistaken perception of you, but they now see it as a distorted version of the truth, one that was miles away from reality. This awareness weighs heavily on them because they feel that, by holding on to these false impressions, they deprive themselves of the opportunity to truly appreciate and enjoy your essence. In their newfound understanding, the angels feel regret. They recognize that their previous judgments led them to act in ways that were unfair to you. Perhaps they were not always as kind as they should have been, or they failed to show you the respect that you undeniably deserve. If you think back, you may recall moments when their behavior around you seemed different, maybe even colder or more distant than how they acted around others. This shift likely raised concerns for you, a natural response when someone's treatment of you feels off. You may have wondered what you could have possibly done wrong to make them act this way. You likely questioned yourself, reflecting on whether you had inadvertently upset or offended them. But here is the truth that you need to hear: you never did anything wrong. The angels want you to understand this clearly. Their behavior, no matter how puzzling or hurtful, was not a reflection of anything you did. Instead, it was born out of their own misunderstandings and mistaken judgments. And now, with clarity, they realize how deeply they misjudged you. They know, without a shadow of a doubt, that the fault lies with them and not with you. There is no longer any need for you to carry the burden of wondering whether their behavior was somehow your fault. It wasn't, and the angels want you to find peace in that knowledge. This realization has caused a great deal of anguish for the angels. They are struggling to forgive themselves for how they treated you based on their incorrect beliefs. They find themselves constantly reflecting on past interactions, revisiting moments when they should have been kinder, more understanding, and more compassionate toward you. The weight of guilt presses down on them, knowing that they allowed a false view to cloud their judgment and distort the way they treated someone as special as you. Now that they have seen the truth, it is undeniable to them: you are a wonderful person with one of the kindest hearts they have ever encountered. What makes this situation even more poignant for them is that they now realize just how special you truly are. They see clearly the person you have always been, someone who is caring, giving, and selfless, someone who places others' needs and well-being above your own. You are the kind of person who brings light and positivity into the lives of those around you, the type of person with whom they would naturally get along. They cannot help but wish that they had come to this realization sooner, that they had recognized the beauty of your character from the beginning instead of allowing their misconceptions to get in the way. The angels want to make things right. They want to apologize to you for the way they have treated you in the past, for the times they failed to show you the love and respect you deserve. However, they are struggling with their own feelings of guilt and self-blame. They wonder if they are even worthy of your forgiveness, questioning whether it is possible to mend what has been damaged. After all, they cannot forgive themselves for the way they acted, so how can they expect you to offer them forgiveness? Yet, they also know that you are a forgiving person. You have a heart that is open and generous, capable of great compassion and understanding. While you are not obligated to allow them back into your life, and the choice is entirely yours, the angels want you to know that their remorse is genuine. Their intentions are sincere, and they have grown from this experience. People make mistakes, sometimes serious ones, but those mistakes can also be powerful lessons, leading to growth and transformation. If you choose to keep your heart open, you may find that this person, after their growth and reflection, could become an important part of your life. By offering them another chance, you might discover that they are capable of admiring and caring for you in ways they could not before. There is no doubt that anyone who truly takes the time to know you will come to love the person that you are. You have a rare and beautiful spirit, one that naturally draws others towards you. Allow the weight of their guilt to ease your own anxieties about yourself. You have nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to feel responsible for. You are, and always have been, a remarkable person. Share that with the world, and embrace the love that will come back to you as a result. It is a delight to know you, to spend time with you, and to witness the warmth and kindness that you radiate. Never forget how much you are valued and appreciated. This truth will always remain, no matter what. Your person is experiencing a profound sense of regret regarding what has transpired between the two of you. This regret has weighed heavily on them, making them feel foolish for the actions they took or the words they said in your connection. Now, in their solitude, they are coming to terms with the consequences of their behavior and how it affected your relationship. They have chosen to withdraw from society for the time being, isolating themselves in order to delve deeply into their thoughts and emotions. This period of isolation is not merely a temporary escape from the world, rather, it is a purposeful retreat, allowing them to go inward and process the deep insights that have surfaced as a result of their connection with you. What makes this situation more complex is that the connection between you two has stirred up something profound within them. It has triggered deep parental healing. This healing process has unearthed old wounds, many of which are rooted in their upbringing. Your person was raised in an environment that stifled emotional expression. In their family, feelings of joy, happiness, and tenderness were not only discouraged but actively repressed. They grew up with a traditional mindset where emotions were considered a weakness, especially for men. For them, expressing emotions beyond control or anger was seen as unmanly, something that could diminish their sense of self-worth. Consequently, they became accustomed to suppressing their emotions and putting up a defensive front, even when dealing with their closest relationships, including the one they shared with you. This upbringing explains why your person struggled to express their true feelings with you and why they often appeared defensive or distant. Despite the attraction and bond they felt towards you, their conditioned response was to keep their emotions hidden. They didn't know how to handle the depth of connection they felt, which led to confusion and an inability to move forward when the relationship was on the verge of evolving into something deeper. At the time, they were both captivated by you and afraid of the vulnerability that came with commitment. As a result, they pushed you away, even when things were close to moving to the next level. This separation, however, became a crucial turning point for your person. Once you went your separate ways, they were forced to confront their inner demons and the beliefs they had been carrying for so long. In their isolation, they began to heal. They learned to navigate the unfamiliar territory of positive emotions, joy, love, and tenderness, emotions that had once been foreign or even threatening to them. They realized that much of what they believed about relationships, love, and emotional expression had been shaped by a self-destructive environment that had conditioned them to think that love was not possible or sustainable. It was a mindset rooted in fear, self-sabotage, and a lack of self-worth. Yet, despite these challenges, your person is undergoing significant growth. They are transitioning from the energy of the Nine of Pentacles, which often symbolizes independence and self-sufficiency, to the energy of the Ten of Pentacles, which represents emotional and material abundance, stability, and fulfillment in relationships. This shift signifies not only their personal growth but also their desire to build something lasting and meaningful with you. They are beginning to understand that the feelings they once suppressed, feelings of love, vulnerability, and connection, are not signs of weakness but of strength. Emotionally, they have made great strides. Your person has processed much of what occurred between the two of you and has come to realize the importance of your connection. They now recognize their arrogance and the ways in which they acted out of fear, rather than love. The spiritual awakening they are experiencing has allowed them to see things from a new perspective. They understand that their actions, or lack of actions, came from a place of deep-seated insecurity and misunderstanding of what it truly means to love and be loved. Spirit is guiding your person through this transformative period. They feel spiritually drawn to you and to this connection, as if some higher force is pushing them toward reconciliation and growth. They are no longer the person they once were, defensive, fearful, and emotionally closed off. Instead, they are learning to embrace the full range of emotions that come with a loving relationship. This transformation has not been easy for them, but it has been necessary. They are now more aware of how they contributed to the breakdown of your relationship and are actively working on changing those patterns of behavior. Your person deeply desires to make things right between the two of you. They want to move forward, not just for their own sake, but because they genuinely believe in the potential of your connection. They have been spiritually and emotionally awakened, and they are striving to emerge from this period of self-reflection and healing as a more open, emotionally balanced person who is capable of giving and receiving love. The journey they have been on has been painful and challenging, but it has also been transformative. Now, they are ready to embrace the future with a new perspective, one that includes you, if you are willing to let them back into your life.